Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? We are really getting into this fairy tale ending. We got Zeref straight up fighting Natsu, 1v1, trying to use this, see what it seems like one magic against Natsu, which is just like surprisingly white magic that he keeps using, and I'm guessing it's literally light or something along those lines, because as soon as he even grazes Natsu or like hits him with it, it leaves this huge gashing scar. So that was pretty ridiculous to see that this man is not only just out for blood, but he is in efforts trying to put an end to Natsu relatively quickly. So I I was surprised just to see Zeref show up after how many people like get taken out by Natsu in such a short amount of time. Not to mention that if we see Natsu fighting that many people, let's say 3 more times, which he has that amount of number plus, Natsu would be absolutely like hurt and probably not in any condition to be doing as much fighting as he is right now against Zeref, which gives me more of the impression that Zeref is just flexing right now because he can. Um, Not to mention he can't really die. So what does he do? He makes it so he's not going to wipe out any of his own troops by using this ridiculous power that he has. Not to mention he's going in, letting Natsu swing on him and pretty much hurt him any way possible, seeing how he's never felt this type of magic before coming from someone who has passed away and yet has left energy, uh, all like the most powerful energy left in their body, to someone else. So, with all that being said, even Zeref's face says enough that whatever Natsu has, it's unheard of and it's uncanny to him going out of his way to make people, not make people, but make demons out of the book of Zeref, make his own book, and those things being capable of taking him out, quote unquote. He could do something like that that's out of the norm. It's like what something even crazier that needed to happen to even give us a chance to fight him, and that crazy thing just so happens to be Ignil's power that was left inside of Natsu, which we don't even get to see in the battle against all the people. So, like I was saying, if he held back for just long enough and ended up, actually losing because he was just sustaining way too much damage over time, this fight, Zeref would have destroyed him really quickly in this fight. And I think even I guess with this being a show that, favors the good guy, he probably would have been able to pull out an extra tank, like an extra guzzle of power and momentum to be able to keep up with him. So I like that aspect that Natsu's always been shown to take a lot of damage and not change anything about how much damage he can still put out just because he's been hurt. Not to mention if one of his friends are actually in danger too. Don't even get me started on how powerful he could get. Um, but not only that, this episode literally is just catered around Natsu vs. Zeref, which is beautiful because not only did the preview say that that's what the next episode was going to be, they're like, okay, here you go. We're setting up all of this, and we're going to put, all of our characters are going to have a plan. They need to attack, they need to get back and help certain other characters be able to be prepared for whatever comes next. But on the flip side, Natsu's like, oh yeah, you guys do all that. I'm going to go into the enemy stronghold by myself and solo some people. I'm going to go solo Zeref real quick. So You guys make that plan. If I don't, if I lose, you guys got it. And man, I I've seen a lot of good art, and I think this is where Fairy Tail truly has been shining through and through, is just giving us these moments, giving us time and time again. Natsu looking absolutely fire. Not to mention that the tattoo, or like the power that comes with Igneel, he could only use it once and it won't be regenerated. So clearly, if he throws every single ounce of this out, that tattoo is probably going to be gone, which the design of it feels like something that should be gone. Like just the way it's imprinted on his arm and right next to, the fairy tale symbol, and almost like burning it kind of at the bottom. It was kind of it was kind of obvious in my opinion that that was going to be gone, and just when I saw it. But then when he started to talk more and more about it, I was just glad that when we first heard him say that in the guild hall, it wasn't just him saying, "It's my punch of hope," like he didn't actually have some power up his sleeve and stuff like that. He actually had to train for 10 months straight just to unlock this power, which gives us a bigger and broader answer to why did Natsu leave on his own journey. And clearly he must have had some talks with what's his face while he was passing away, or during the Tortoros arc when he does pass. It's pretty clear to me that Natsu was at least getting to talk to his father before the inevitable, he goes all the way up and he can't talk to him at all type of deal. And somehow he must have told him how to unlock that power, how he must go about unlocking that power, and all those types of things. So that's where this show truly shines, is these moments where you can just feel all the heart and love that went into these two characters alone. Like, we waited for quite a bit of time, and to get what we got with Natsu and Igneel was pretty rough. Like, anybody who was, a fan of and just waiting for that moment to come for those two to hash it out and talk about what's been going on and stuff, it was abruptly ended by Agnologia. Okay? Not to mention, he's not even in the picture yet, so there's two real villains, and right now, Natsu supposedly is about to take out one of them, but, I mean, come on, it's Zeref. He can't die, and not only can he not necessarily die, um, he can't really, I can't really see him just disappearing that easily. And when people ask me have I seen the manga and stuff, like, I've seen it way, way back, and the only stuff I saw was people who, like, snip-bitted little clips of some of the action, not even showing actually how any of the stuff happens. They just show a couple of panels of the fights that are actually occurring. That's all I really knew. And so even this episode, when I was seeing that tattoo and Igneel's power and stuff, I thought that was anime exclusive. So I know it probably isn't. It's just that's how long it's been since I've cared to actually know about the details of it. Not to mention, it's been 3 years, almost like 4 years since I think any of that stuff's happened. So it's really nice to go in here with an open mind of Fairy Tail, and including thinking that it's going to be gone. But just seeing Natsu taking on an army like we know Natsu to take on armies is one of the more one of the more enjoyable things that Fairy Tail always brought to the table. He's just that type of dude to stay fighting, and like he said much earlier to Lucy, this fight isn't about him winning or losing. It's literally his life is on the line, and so is everybody else that he wants to protect. So it's really not a fight that he likes to do, and it plays really strongly to his character when he all of a sudden rushes out to try to end the one and only boss, you know? So that's our boy Natsu, always trying to get the bad guy and get the bad guy he's already found. And beat him is going to be a whole nother story. So I can't wait to see how this plays out. Um, even seeing Zeref's face, just how much damage he's taken this week's episode is pretty dope. So I can't wait to see what you guys are feeling about Fairy Tail. Drop a comment, or on Anime and Mimo, drop me a comment on there wherever you're watching this video. I will definitely be dropping something on Super Bowl Sunday, so look out for that. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that like button. It helps the channel get, or well, it helps this video get out further, so we can have more discussion about Fairy Tail, including if you're anime only. And I mean, I feel anime only. I didn't even know if this stuff is in the anime or not, which it feels like it could be, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure it should be. I'm just not honestly sure. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for the support, and peace.